course, we all want our kids to eat right and exercise more. In fact, it's become a nationwide campaign. But how do you bring that campaign into your home, into your daily life? We've got real tips that you can really use. First Lady Michelle Obama wants kids to shape up. We've been talking about her new campaign, Let's Move, this week. Well, she has an ambitious goal, ending childhood obesity within a generation. So how do you get everyone on board? That's what we're asking. We're calling this segment Family Matters. We're beginning it today. We want you to tune in as much as you can to try and get the whole family involved in things. This case, it'll be childhood obesity, how to avoid it or prevent it. Tina Ruggiero is a nutritionist and registered dietitian in Tampa, Florida. Good to see you.
A
and
pleasure.
Here with me in Atlanta is fitness trainer Cliff Hollywood Boyce. Good to see you as well.
Thank you.
I'm going to begin with Tina, and then we're going to talk about some athletic things that we could be doing at home with you, Cliff. But Tina, how do we get started? You say as early as 6 months, we need to start hitting the message home for our kids. You got to eat healthy. But what if my kid is not 6 months, but 6 years? How do I do it?
Well, Fredricka, you're right. You can start as early as 6 months of age, because when you wean a child onto healthy foods, you're basically giving them a gift of health and wellness for a lifetime. But if your child is 6 years, doesn't matter. You can still get them off to a good start by getting them involved. You know, children are very, very inquisitive about food and cooking. Why does a muffin rise? Why does bread turn brown when you put it in the toaster? You know, cooking should be fun and adventure. Take them to the store, get them involved. And studies have shown that when you get a child involved in food preparation, they're actually more likely to eat what you make.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Then what are the common mistakes that a lot of parents make? For example, you know, your kid says, oh, but all my friends are eating those chips. They're bringing them to school. Or what about those Cheetos? It's the nag factor.
Please, Mom, can you buy me that? And that's where we have to just give our children a little tough love and say, you know something? Maybe on Saturday when we have our sweet day, you can have that. But you need to give them lots of options of healthy food so they can pick. The bottom line is adults buy this food. If we don't buy it, the children won't eat it. So we really have to say no every once in a while and feel good about it, because ultimately we're helping our children live longer, healthier lives.
And then you say it's time for everyone to slow down. What do you mean by that?
We are on the fast track all the time. We're all busy. And it's really important that we be more cognizant of what we put in our mouths and when we eat. We need to bring back the ritual of dinner or breakfast and stop the mindless eating. And it really doesn't take a lot of effort. Start to prepare breakfast the night before. Set the table, even scramble some eggs, put them in the refrigerator, and then in the morning you can put the eggs in a breakfast wrap, put a little black beans, some cheese in there, roll it up, and hand it to your child as he or she runs out the door.
And I know you've also said that, you know, freezing is underrated. I'm starting to do that a lot. I've been doing that a lot because I know my mom does it all the time, and it makes a whole lot of sense, because if you have one big cooking day and you put some stuff in the freezer, then there really is no excuse each day during the week to pull it out and put it in the microwave or the oven or stove, etc.
You're absolutely right. And you know something, Fredricka, stocking a healthy pantry is just as important. You'll have dry goods that are healthy on hand, so you can make a quick meal or snack anytime. Okay, so now we're ingesting the right things, hopefully, Cliff. Then what? How do we get our bodies moving? You know, some kids feel like getting, you know, physical activity, especially with PE being ruled out of a lot of schools, that it's just too hard. It's so, you know, boring. It takes too much effort. How do you get them enthusiastic about fitness?
Well, first of all, you have to make a game out of it and make it a very safe environment so the parents are involved with the kids, because when you put a kid by themselves, you know that things are not going to happen. So you got to make a game of it and make sure you're in a very safe environment where it allows you to participate with your children.
So what are some of the inexpensive, creative ways to make this fun?
Well,
what can you do at home?
First thing you can do push-ups. And that's when the parents get involved with the kids, get on their knees, and do what we call the modification version, where you're on your knees and your hands are down and you do push-up. And make a game out of it so you can do the most push-ups.
Wow, okay, and you brought some things here.
Yes.
We can do it in about less than a minute. You've got simple canned food.
I have 10 ounces of canned goods. Yes, you can do arm curls with it.
Okay.
You can do side laterals with it. You can do shoulder presses with
That's
it.
fun.
And you can do like 3 sets of 15 of each movement. So side lateral, shoulder presses, and arm curls.
And what kid won't enjoy doing that? And jump rope. What kid doesn't
and
like
jump rope
rope?
is the best cardiovascular.
And mom and dad, you have to be involved in
You
this.
have to be involved and make it fun. That's the most important things.
All right, interactive games real quick. You know, kids are playing Wii. Is that good fitness? So the things you shouldn't do.
You have to be
10
careful with the
seconds.
boxing because the locking on the elbows, because sometimes kids don't have any sense of with hyperextension. That could be a major tendonitis, bursitis, arthritis to the joints.
Excellent. Cliff Hollywood Boyce, as well as Tina Ruggiero, thanks so much for making us all a little bit more fit, making it a family activity. I'm Fredricka Whitfield.
Thank
Good to see
you.
you all. Christian Amanpour up next.